Well, my relation started out with Jerry with Percy Sledge. Until Percy Sledge came along, I was my guy and my contact and my power and the guy that I looked to for support and help when I had a problem. I'd call him about it. Was Bill Lowry in Atlanta, Georgia. And Bill wasn't into black music, but he had Ray Stevens and he had Felton Jarvis, who later became Elvis's producer, and you had Shoals Sound, who wrote Games People Play and Never Promised You a Rose Garden and all those great records. And so Joe and I were dear friends, and Joe played on most all of my records on Candy State, and he played the guitar similar to how Pop Staples played on I'll Take You There and those things, you know. So we wanted that sound. We were looking for that. And so Bill, I would call him when something would come up that I didn't quite understand. So he talked me into putting out Steal Away on Jimmy Hughes, which was the second #1 hit record that I had. I had produced Arthur Alexander on You Better Move On, and then Jimmy Hughes, and then he brought the Tams up and we did What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am? And so that all tied in with a friend of his who was the promotion man for the Atlanta area, well, the southern area, and his name was Steve Clark, and he said to me, if you will give this record, I called him up and I said, you know, the record's breaking really big, and I don't have the money to continue with it, because I said, you know, the pressings are costing me 10 cents a piece, which is nothing, 10 cents a piece, and I'm selling tens of thousands of records, and I can't afford to pay the pressing bill. So he said, give it to Steve Clark. Steve is going to work for VJ Records, and VJ had the Beatles at the time. They had D. Clark. They had a lot of great records, you know. And so I said, and he said, that way we'll get your money, they'll pay you, and you'll get a better deal, because they know how to promote it, and you don't know how. So I did that, and Steve came down, and I signed a deal with him on Jimmy Hughes' record, Steal Away.